Hey basketball fanatics, ever felt the electricity of an NBA offseason? Well, plug in because Toronto's heartthrob, Pascal Siakam, is the buzz everyone's talking about. With trade winds swirling up, buckle up for a journey into the NBA's game of chess. Curious? Let's dive in. Pascal Siakam, the shining star of the Toronto Raptors, finds himself in the eye of a swirling trade storm. With the Raptors still reeling from Fred VanVleet's unexpected departure to the Rockets, the focus has sharply pivoted to 29-year-old Siakam. If that name doesn't ring a bell, let's uncover the legend of Spicy P. Originating from Cameroon, Siakam quickly became the sensation of the NBA. Just visualize a player who not only clinched an NBA championship in 2019, but also earned the title of a two-time NBA All-Star and 2 All-NBA selections. That's some achievement. Did you know before his NBA days, Siakam dazzled in college basketball? Yeah, as a standout star of the New Mexico State Aggies, he even snatched the Western Athletic Conference Player of the Year title in 2016. By the 2016 NBA Draft, the Raptors recognized his raw talent, securing him as the 27th overall pick. And Pascal, he didn't disappoint. After a brief stint in the G League, the NBA's training ground, he quickly rose, leading the Raptors' affiliate team to a championship and even grabbing the Finals MVP. His 2019 performance was legendary, where he not only became the NBA's most improved player, but also wore an NBA championship ring. From his humble G League beginnings to stealing the show in an NBA All-Star game, Siakam's trajectory has been nothing short of meteoric. Quick trivia: Siakam stands out as the sole player to have touched both the G League's courts and then initiated an All-Star game. Impressive, right? More than just stats. Siakam's versatility on the court is what sets him apart. In the 2021-22 season, he switched effortlessly between playing center and point guard. His knack for reading the game, especially under pressure from double teams, allowed him to average a personal best of 5.3 assists per game, but his brilliance isn't limited to offense. Siakam is revered for his defense, often touted as one of the NBA's best. He's a nightmare for opponents, guarding players across all positions, from quick-footed guards to towering centers. Additionally, his prowess isn't just limited to blocking shots, he's equally adept at stopping players on the perimeter. Plus, if you've watched Siakam in transition, you'll understand why he's regarded as one of the league's best when the game hits top speed. His resilience and longevity are unmatched. Siakam not only brings flair and finesse, but also raw endurance, proven by leading the league in minutes for 2 back-to-back seasons during 21-22 and 22-23. With whispers about his potential move reaching fever pitch, the Raptors might just be at the epicenter of this off-season's drama. Hold tight, Raptor fans. This ride's got twists and turns. Starting with the biggest fish in the sea, the Atlanta Hawks have had their hearts set on Toronto star Pascal Siakam. Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports, as early as June 22, highlighted that the Hawks weren't just window shopping, they were all in. Crafting various trade strategies, even complex 3-team deals, they were going above and beyond to make their Siakam dream a reality. But here's the hiccup. The Raptors, being immensely proud of their assets, especially stars like Siakam and OG Anunoby, had set their price high. They weren't handing out bargains. Zooming into June 24, Michael Grange from Sportsnet sprinkled more insights. The Hawks' summer mission seemed clear: bolster their lineup. Their strategies even considered parting with their dynamo, John Collins. But once again, Toronto played a mean defense, making it rough for the Hawks to score their desired deal. Word on the street? Atlanta's outreach to the Raptors has been persistent and aggressive. Let's talk about the Hawks' changing landscape, with Quinn Snyder steering the ship in his debut season and a mission to complement their star duo, Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. The Hawks are in turbo mode. They're on a shopping spree, welcoming Wesley Matthews and acquiring seasoned Patty Mills in a multifaceted trade. They're leaving no stone unturned. While they waved goodbye to John Collins and his hefty contract, they're still high on fresh talents like Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu. Yet their eyes remain set on one primary goal: strengthening their front court. And who better than Siakam to fit that bill? Jumping to the start of July, the whispers grew louder. On July 3rd, Grange mentioned that multiple teams were curious about Siakam's availability, yet again, it was the persistent Hawks leading the chase. Their interest in Siakam wasn't new, going back to even before the NBA draft. The very next day, July 4th, Grange had another update. Given recent movements by the Hawks, such as their deals with the Jazz and Rockets, they now had a clear path to absorb Siakam's big contract. That's right, the math was starting to make sense, but was a deal near? By July 5, things took a slight twist. Jake Fisher said that the Raptors and Hawks had been discussing Siakam's potential transfer, but progress seemed slow, as the moratorium period, basically a freeze on certain NBA transactions, was nearing its end on July 6th. The wait for a confirmed deal was becoming agonizing for fans. Adding to the drama, around July 10, Siakam was noticeably absent from the Raptors' Summer League team in Las Vegas. Grange suggested this might be due to the potential trade looming overhead. After all, why risk an injury if you might be trading your star player anytime soon? Now, here's where the plot thickens. Grange introduced a fresh twist. The Orlando Magic. They could potentially throw their hat in the ring with an offer for Siakam. An interesting tidbit, Siakam's off-season home is in Orlando. Could home advantage play a role here? Basketball fans, you're in for a treat. Pascal Siakam, the shining star of the Toronto Raptors, is right at the heart of whirlwind trade rumors, adding a lot of spice to the upcoming NBA season. With only a year left on his eye-catching $136.9 million contract, the atmosphere in Toronto is charged. But here's where things get intriguing. Masai Ujiri and the Raptors management seem to be speaking in riddles. Is Siakam on the market, or isn't he? Every fan is glued to their screens, waiting for a clear signal. Even though Siakam's heart seems set on Toronto, the front office isn't giving fans any solace. They're letting the rumors simmer, keeping everyone on their toes. Ponder this. With the clock ticking on Siakam's contract and the Raptors vocal about their refusal to hit rock bottom, it seems logical to cement ties with the players who's arguably among their all-time best. They've been making moves signaling their ambition to clinch ties now, not later. So why the hesitancy with Siakam? If the whispers on the grapevine hold any truth, the Raptors might be wading into treacherous waters. Playing hardball with Siakam could backfire, potentially leaving a sour taste in their star player's mouth, derailing their playoff aspirations and leaving them scrambling. A tweet from Travis Jacques Rose added fuel to the fire, hinting at Siakam's resistance to extending contracts if traded. The Stein line reports, Raptors' Pascal Siakam is firm on not extending his contract with any team that tries to trade for him. The Pacers have thrown their hat in the ring, but it's the Hawks that are truly turning up the heat for Siakam. They're making bold moves, clearly eager to nab the Raptors star. Meanwhile, the Raptors are playing it cool, scanning the NBA landscape before making any hasty decisions. Among the chatter, the Indiana Pacers emerge as a top suitor, hungry for a power forward boost. Then there's the Orlando Magic. With their young squad, they're just an all-star away from really shaking things up in the East. Since the season wrapped in June, the Raptors roster and staff have seen a makeover. With a fresh coaching squad and a new lead in the point guard position, it's clear the team is looking to shake things up. And the rumor mill? It's working overtime. Not just Pascal Siakam, but OG Anunoby is also in the limelight. With the New York Knicks showing keen interest, a cheeky insider hinted to Grange that the Raptors aren't the easiest to negotiate with. Inside the Raptors' den, not everything seems rosy. Siakam and Van Vliet haven't shied away from expressing their frustrations with the younger players. If Siakam takes an exit, the spotlight will shine brighter on Scottie Barnes and Anunoby. Scottie had a lukewarm sophomore season, perhaps overshadowed by the more seasoned players. Speaking to Complex Canada, he reflected on the season's ups and downs and the changes over the summer. And let's not forget, with big shots like Damian Lillard also rumored to be up for trade, the NBA offseason promises more drama. And there you have it. The courtside whispers, the drama, the anticipation. As the NBA's roller coaster of an offseason takes another loop, where do you see Siakam landing? Is Toronto's loss another city's gain? Share your predictions in the comments and let's see who nails it. Do subscribe to our channel for more.